Hello, it's I was going to say Sam and Phil. It's Phil and Sam from Ashdown Jones for this week's Ask
It's
AJ.
still Sam and Phil. Phil or Sam, Sam and Phil. Same two people.
Sometimes. And today's question is how many agents you should get out for evaluation or consultation meeting
When you're selling your house.
when you're selling your house.
Mm-hmm. So the perceived wisdom is you get out 3. And what we've done is we've been sort of thinking and talking this morning about the pros and cons of getting out 3 agents and whether that's the right thing to do for you or whether there's maybe another route.
Yeah, so the first pro we came up with is that it's kind of standard that everybody gets 3 out. So you have the comfort of knowing that you've done all the research you can do. You should have met a variety of different people. And they should have given you a wide spread of valuations.
Yeah, and hopefully not too wide, hopefully a spread that you can make a judgment call on.
Yeah. You usually have some kind of idea in your head of what you'd maybe like, and hopefully it'll be pretty close.
So, and also you obviously meeting a few different agents so you can see who's a good fit personality-wise.
If I like them or don't like them.
If they ran over the cat.
I didn't run over a cat.
Wait, no.
Yet.
Not yet. Okay, and you might get some different ideas for marketing your house, and you could say, should we change this carpet? Should we change this work surfaces in that kitchen? And you're going to get different opinions from different people, and you can make your own mind up. So they're kind of all the pros for getting out 3 agents, or even more. But I think that actually there are some cons for getting out 3 agents.
Yeah.
And I think one of the cons could be it could be quite confusing to get out 3 agents. So we valued a house last year at 1.15 to 1.25 million. It actually eventually did achieve 1.25 million. And they already had another agent out, a local agent out, to value it at 900. Now, who's to say who's right and who's wrong out of that? We had plenty of evidence, and so did he, I'm sure. But if they'd had a 3rd agent out, what if that 3rd agent had also said 900? Does that mean that they were leaving perhaps quite a lot of money on the table? And of course, it could have gone the other way around. We could have valued it low, they could have valued it high. So it can be very confusing to have what was, in essence, a 20-25% spread of valuations. And sometimes the more valuations you get, the more confusing it becomes, because some of those valuations are clearly going to be inaccurate because only the eventual selling price will tell you which ones were accurate, which ones weren't accurate.
Yeah, and that can cause some kind of regret. If you sold really quickly, you may feel like you've left money on the table when in fact you haven't. The agent's just done a good job to find a buyer quickly at the right price. It can make you indecisive if you have lots of... for some reason I'm thinking about food. When you go to Pizza Hut and you have all those choices of pizza.
Yeah, too much choice. Yeah, exactly. I think too much choice does sometimes make you indecisive. And we actually heard of an agent probably about 4 or 5 years ago now that had valued a lakefront property at 4 million. And he was just completely wrong on valuation. It can happen to the best of us, but eventually that house only achieved 1 million, and that is just a life-changing figure. So, so on that basis, probably they should have got several valuations, but then maybe they were inclined to believe the higher one because that's what you'd want to believe. And if there's enough evidence to support that valuation, it is a very confusing time for people.
Yeah, it can change your life.
Yeah, absolutely can. It can change everything about your plans. Can change the house you're going to be looking at, you're moving to, what you can do, whether you can give money to your kids, keep it all for yourself, buy a nice house, buy a nice car, buy a nice holiday. So I think my feeling is, rightly or wrongly, if I was going to be selling my house now, I would probably do my own research and have a good idea in my mind of what I thought my house was worth. Then I would ask who I would, the agent I would think would be a good fit for that. So the agent who had also houses like mine, maybe unique homes, big homes, or a particular kind of home that I thought would be in alignment with mine. So mine would fit into that portfolio and not stand out either way. And then when that agent came round, I would want to discuss the price with that agent. I wouldn't want that agent to say, this house is worth this figure. I'd want this agent to say, it could be worth this figure and you could sell quickly, or this figure if you don't mind waiting for 6 months or a year. And all the different factors. This figure if you change a carpet, this figure if you build a garage.
With a unique home, I don't think it's possible to say your house is worth X on the dot.
No.
It's, we can use precedent and we can use price per square foot, and we've got other methods in order to give you a range It's impossible to say your house is worth this.
Yeah,
And I think if anyone says
yeah.
they can do that,
Yeah.
I don't think they can.
No, and the other thing we've got to think about as well is, you know, we could say it's worth $1 million, the buyer could come along and offer $1 million, and then a surveyor could come along and say, actually, it's only worth 800,000, and then we have to start at the beginning again.
Yeah. We've been downvalued by 3,000 before.
3,000 on a very expensive £700,000 house, yeah. So, yeah, it can happen. So I suppose the bottom line for me, I would say if I was selling my house now, I wouldn't get 3 agents out. I'd get an agent out that I felt could work with me on the price I have in mind.
That's odd when you are an agent.
I know, it is. Yeah. Not biased at all.
Not biased at all.
But I can completely understand if you get 2 or 3 valuations out. Just be prepared for the fallout, and if you want somebody to come along and give you an unbiased, independent review of the prices you've had, then we'd be very happy to do that at any time. So that's today's Ask AJ session. Should you get 3 agents out to value your house? No, yes. And and we'll see you on the next one. If you've got any questions, please do send them in to us, team@ashdownjones.co.uk. And if you'd like to have a chat anytime, either here on the Facebook page or drop us a line on 015 394 888
Yeah.
See you on the next one.
And we had some emails about our book list. Was that last week?
Oh yeah, we did, yeah.
Was that last week?
Week before.
My life goes far too fast. So thank you very much for those.
Yeah, it's really helpful to get some feedback on what we're talking about. So thank you. Bye for now.